on it here. If I get back and the footage is wank and you can't hear anything, I'll do a bit of a voiceover. It's not going to be a long video. My hands are freezing, my tea's ready, and I'm fucking shattered. What are we now? 25th. I think 25th of November. This is probably the first proper session on this beach I'll be having. My local beach, it's literally a couple of minutes from my house. Yeah, fucking freezing. About £1.5, undersized, so he's going back. Oh, the conditions for here are perfect, except from the tide. I usually like to fish a couple of hours up here and an hour over and back now. Got here a bit late. Yeah, got here a bit late. I've been working in Manchester today, the training course. I'm gonna meet the happy hooker. I did meet the happy hooker in the car park. I got a load of abuse off him. He's had a good session, so I'm sure you'll see his video. We're a couple of hours into the ebb here, and I know it does fish alright sometimes on the ebb. I have caught fish here on the ebb, it's not ideal, but wind, tide, everything else is quite gone, except from the time I started fishing. Loaded up with fresh blow lug from Winnie's Worms, which Mr. Happy Hooker went and picked up for me because he's a little darling. Oh, that's a fish. Getting a live bite here, boys and girls. Yeah. I think I missed him, guys. He's swimming towards me. Oh yeah, there's something on it. Could be a small collie this, I don't think it's another bass. And it's, well, saying that with it swimming towards me, it could be a small bass. Whatever it is, it's not a big fish. It's already in the surf here. As predicted, a little collie, about a pound and a half, but again, a welcome fish. We'll have to keep plugging away. There he is, one small collie, again, going back. Not big enough to keep lively still, so he can go back. At this point, the wind got right up. There was no way you'd have heard the audio. I do apologise already that it's as windy as it is. I haven't got a mic at the minute, but that is something I'm working on. Just showed you the blow lug then. That's literally all I brought today, some blow lug. Fishing on very small, short, single hook pulley rigs. No bling, no nothing, just a worm stock. Snood of about 1.5 foot. Total length of the whole pulley, 3 foot, maybe just under. Yeah, I don't know what else I'm chatting about here, to be fair, but heads down, mouth's going. God knows. But yeah, basically just showing you the setup. Short pulleys, loaded with fresh blow lug from Uncle Winnie's. And that's what seemed to be doing the trick. Cameron brought some ragworm down and couldn't get a sniff on rag. I was speaking to a couple of other lads up the beach and they weren't getting anything on rag either. The wind does ease a little bit and you can hear a bit more of the audio soon, so it's not all voiced over. Yeah, let's carry on. There we are, just a sausage of that's as long as that pulley is, all clipped up, nice and compact. Literally cast it as far as I can. So it's an ebbing tide. Just weighed out a tiny bit, bump it. I just gave that some fucking beans then. That cast alone deserves a bath with freezing cold sandy hands. I think I'm already getting another bite. Only a little fish, small bass. Well, there's definitely fish out there. I'm getting knocks, getting bites. Not a lot of weed either. Surprise, because we've had a storm this last couple of days. My head torch just died on me, so I've had to put another one on. My old trusty. Brill. But no, I'm happy I didn't blank. So I got here a couple of hours too late. Yeah, we're going to get some proper sessions in soon. I'm after my Anglesey codling, or a Menai codling. I had a trip down the Humber with a couple of lads around here for a charity match, and I had a few codling then, so I've scrapped that off the species list for this year. But it was from the Humber. It had 3 heads, 2 eyes, and a dick bigger than mine, so it doesn't count. It's a fucking horrible place I was fishing. I didn't fancy eating any of them, so I want a fresh Anglesey or Menai codling. So that's what I'm going to spend the rest of this year chasing. I think Carrion's got the same goal, so we're going to head out. Boat fishing. I've not been on my boat for a good month and a half now. I'm missing that. The herring are starting, so as soon as we get a bit of settled weather, I'll be out on the herring, do some winter congering over the wrecks at night, some all-nighters on the boat. Not really got any other plans, to be fair. It's a cod hunt now. Maybe one more road trip in me before New Year. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Whether or not you can hear any of this footage, no idea. Nice if you could. It's only going to be a short video. I'll try and amalgamate a few other clips that I've took over the past couple of weeks, make some form of video out of it. I do like filming while I'm out, but these beach sessions, I very rarely film them. Whether or not I film a bit more local fishing, I'm not sure. I think there's enough people doing a good enough job of filming on Anglesey and around here from the shore for me to worry about pumping out local videos. I like getting out on the road, fishing new places. It's probably what I'm going to be focusing on a lot more next year. Anyway, it's just nice to be out on the beach. Our beach. Nice to have a fish. It'll be nice when I get home, warm my hands up. I did message Carrion. I can pretty much see his house from here. I think he's staying in tonight. no doubt he'll be out tomorrow, day after. So we'll be catching up with him. I need to do a bit more fishing with Mr. Parry. Other than that, I've not been up to much at all. Catch you in a bit. As soon as I turn the camera off, then it's bouncing above my head. I've got my camera on the front of the tripod here, and the rod's up. I think me dicking about boring the shit out of you lot has made me miss that fish. That wind's picking up. You're gonna have to persevere with the poor audio quality. I've asked Father Christmas for a mic for my GoPro. Whether or not I get it, or I just get the usual socks, is another question. Till then you'll either have to learn to lip read or just put up with it. Cameron joined us about half an hour ago. He's sat up to my left. He's not cast over me yet, which is a surprise. Either he's pretending to fish or he's learned to cast. I'm pretty certain there's something on this. Yeah, there's a fish on it. There is a fish on it. I think now the tide's going out, the water's shallow and my grip's getting wedged a bit. A bit more. It feels like another small bass. Right in the surf then. Right in the surf. I might have another fucking cast on it. You don't normally have to cast anywhere near as hard as that. In the conditions I'd usually fish this on a flooding tide. Most of the fish you'll catch on this beach 40-50 yards out on the flood, but getting nothing close in. The fish are at distance, giving it everything I can into the wind. But just goes to show there's fish at every state of the tide. Just need to find them. Fish on! Stay on, I've dropped that many fish. It actually feels a nicer fish this, unless it's got a bit of weed on it. Yeah, it's got weed on it as well, that's what it is. But it's not a bad bass. Bass and some weed. That is literally just lip hook, that. There we go, that's literally just in its lip, that. That is undersized, that one. But it's a bass. And it's some weed. And a bit of rope in there as well. There we go, right. Shouldn't really hold him up by the hook like that. There we go. Little schoolie bass. That is lovely. Pristine fish. Bit of attitude on it, but it felt bigger because of the seaweed, obviously. So that is my last cast. I've got about 3 lugworm left. I might chuck this back in, chuck another one out. Fuck it, why not? The tea can be microwaved. My bait looks like it could just go straight back out. I might just chuck them other 2 worm on it, and then I've got no choice but to go home then, because the worms are gone. That rope's a bit of pot rope. Someone's lobster pots. These storms have kicked everything up. I'll take that off the beach for a minute. God, it's getting manic down here. That's another fish on. I think I've just dropped him. Dropped another one. That bait's still looking alright. It's going back out. I just don't know when to call it a night. I know they're only small bass, but it's fun. It's putting a bend in the rod. I'm dropping an awful lot of fish. I think my hooks are potentially too small, so I'm using a single. I'm sure it's a 1/0 chinny. Could do with a pennel setup, I think, really, but I don't normally fish a pennel on here. Maybe the fish are just being a bit finicky, they're not nailing the baits. I've lost 2 now in the surf. Obviously the surf's pushing the fish towards you, you have to keep up with the fish. If it starts swimming towards you as well, in the surf, you can get a bit of slack line, and I've dropped 2 like that. Which is my fault, that's human error, that's nothing to do with the hook hold. But anyway, it's I'm not blanked. I'm using a hat as a hand warmer / towel. The bites are thick and fast. I think a lot of them are coalies, smashing small coalies are plucking away at it, but we'll see. Anyway, it's about 9 o'clock now, I think. Let's have a look. 9:20. Give it another 10 minutes, I reckon. Hours into the end now, and there's still fish coming out, so it's not renowned for massive bass, this beach. The biggest I've heard coming off it, also being around while it's come off, that's 6-7 pound. I'd be more than happy with a 6-7 pound bass. I don't think I've caught, I think my biggest bass is probably about 7 pound. But there is the odd chance that a bigger bass is coming through. Just needs to get to it before these smaller ones do. Yanto's ringing, just to prove that I answer my phone. I'm going to answer to Yan. How we doing, pal? I'm alright, are you? No, I'm on Trearddur Beach. I know. Oh, do you want a bit of dirty chat? I'm going to give that rod 5 more minutes. I'm going to give it 5 minutes. Nothing happens. You won't see me again tonight. Not again, that sounded pretty sinister. You won't see me again tonight. I'm going to try and bulk this video out with a few clips. Stuff I've been getting up to. Yeah, fuck knows. I'll find something to make it half watchable. But the result tonight, a couple of schoolie bass, 1 coalie, a couple of drop fish, freezing cold fucking feet, fingers I can't move. But yeah, smile on my face. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in a bit.